Awesome. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Can you see my slides? You haven't responded. I need to know that we're all in sync, we're together, everything is moving smoothly, and we're together. And today, I want to speak to you on why you are unhappy. Even though you're a good wife, even though you're an amazing wife, the reasons why your marriage feels draining and how to enjoy yourself, enjoy your marriage without losing yourself. A lot of women have lost themselves. A lot of women feel like strangers to themselves. Is there anybody that feels like a stranger? Like you feel like, who am I in this body right now? Who am I currently? Is there anybody that feels that way? Like you feel like, you know what, I'm like, I need a break. At every point, it's as though like oxygen is not enough. Is there anybody that feels that way? Like, at what point do I breathe? At what point do I like say like, oh, okay, this is it? Is there anybody that feels that way? And that's why you're here. You're like, see, everything they said I should do, that this is what they said you should do to enjoy bliss in your marriage. I'm doing it. I want to start by knowing from you, is this formula true? Yes or no? Is this formula that being a good wife equals to having a happy marriage? Is this formula true? Let me see it in the comment section. Is this formula true? That as long as you're a good wife, your marriage will be happy. I'd like to know from you. I can't see your comments. Are you seeing my slide? Okay, Dr. Ngozi says, not in all cases. It takes two to make it work. Someone say, yes, the formula is true. Omotola says, no. Joy said, that's not true. Chidimere said, not at all. Someone says, not true. Abigail says, no, ma. So what we're saying that, before, Onye says, not always. Sadiat said, no. A lot of times when they are telling, I mean, everybody, most people are saying, no, it's not true. That's not true. Because a lot of times they'll say, as long as you're a good woman, no, 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 no. Just be a good woman, you enjoy marriage. Uh-uh. If you're not enjoying marriage, then something is wrong. Be a good woman. Now, this other formula, is it true? If you're a bad wife, you have a bad marriage. Is it true? Oh my God, it seems I'm the one staying in it. Let me erase it. Please, is it true? I want to know. As long as the woman is a bad woman, the marriage is gone. Joy, are you saying it's not true? Abigail says it takes two to tango. Are you saying it for the first one? Omotala say not true. No, not true. Most times they get good men. Okay. So we're heading somewhere. If you're a good wife, Rosemary says not true. If you're a good wife, it doesn't mean that you have a good marriage. If you're a bad wife, it doesn't mean that you have a bad marriage. Interesting. So the question we would now ask ourselves is that, you be a bad wife, they can say you can damage your marriage, but you can still have a good marriage. And if you are a good woman, it doesn't mean that you must have a happy home. So, what kind of wife should you be to have a happy marriage? That's what I've come to tell you tonight. The kind of wife you should be. Because we've all agreed that being a good wife doesn't mean that your marriage will be happy. Being a bad wife doesn't mean that your marriage will be happy. So, what kind of wife? But before I tell you, I would like to know your thoughts. What kind of wife do you think? What kind of wife? Oh my God, so say, please tell us. What kind of wife? Tell me, what do you think? If it's good wife, you are not sure. Bad wife, you are not sure. So what kind of wife what kind of wife should somebody be? What kind of wife should a wife be to ensure that you enjoy bliss in your marriage? First, let me tell you this. Tonight's master class is for a very special kind of woman. It is not for every woman. It is not for the woman who is saying that, see, I'm tired of this marriage, I'm leaving the marriage. No, 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 I can't. No, 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 no. What nonsense? I'm not doing this. It's not for that woman. It's not for the woman who is saying, oh, I've left my marriage. I'm not doing that. It is for the good wife. It is for the wife whose marriage looks good. It looks fine. Everybody was like, that's my role model. And those people are trying, I like their marriage. But she's dying inside. Can anybody relate? The marriage looks good. In fact, some people come and meet you for marriage counseling. Hello? Can you hear me? Some people meet you for marriage counseling. Huh? But you are tired. You are confused. You are feeling emotionally alone in the marriage. There's somebody that told me, she says, Coach, how did she put it? She said, I'm a single married woman. And I asked her, what does that mean? She says, even though I'm married, it feels as if I am single. You are doing your best, but something just feels off. Is there anybody like that? You know that if you stand before God and before man, you know that you are doing your best. But something just feels off. It just feels like there's something not gelling. Joy says I can relate. Onye says you're on point, ma. So is there anybody? Someone said that to me. One of the reasons why you feel that way is because you're carrying the emotional weight of your marriage. In the marriage, you're behaving as if you're the only one that has sense because it's as though if you don't think, then something will happen. You have to think ahead. You have to manage the atmosphere. You want to say something, you now look, the atmosphere is not conducive. Maybe I'll say later. You adjust yourself. Have you edited a video or you slice something? It's as though you are slicing a bit of yourself. At every point, you are slicing a bit of yourself. Chidi says that's my situation right now. It's as though you are slicing a bit of yourself, and there is no point you reach that is ever good enough. It's as though when you've gotten to this point, you still have to slice yourself more. And you're like, what would it really take for me to really enjoy this marriage? Because even if you're experiencing it, you know the worst thing, no one really sees it. No one sees it. Who has experienced it? You don't even know who to explain to, because if you start explaining to them that you're unhappy in your marriage, nobody will understand. They're like, you that have good husband, you that you're even enjoying, your husband is good, though. So you don't know how to explain that, see, I'm dying, You look fine outside, but inside you are tired. You are confused, you're overwhelmed. You just keep hoping that somehow it will change. Abi, would he go to church and hear this message? Will he have a good friend that can advise him? Will his parents advise him? Will one miracle just happen? You just keep hoping. Is there anybody like that? Because it's because of you that this webinar was created. You just keep hoping. At this point, anything anybody says, you just hope. In fact, when you signed up for this webinar, you just felt like, you know what? Let me just sign up. Let me see if I'll hear something new, because I've tried. I don't think anything can change. Because of that, you talk less. You don't complain again. You are tired of complaining. It's as though you've complained all the complaint you can complain for a lifetime. So you don't complain again. Joy says, yes, I keep hoping. You just hope. Like, maybe one day it will happen. God will do it. I understand. You say you keep hoping, but no change. You now explain less. Because over time, you've discovered that no matter how much you explain, if you like, explain from now to Jericho. If you like, use pidgin English, use your language. You still get at the same junction of disappointment. So because you've gone through this emotional somersault over and over and over again, you just learn how to cope. So coping is now your mechanism. Coping is now what you do. You don't have a strategy. Is there anybody like that, apart from the women in the comment section that say they can relate with it? Is there any other person like that? Let me see by show of your hands or by, dropping a message in our chat box. And you just feel as though, is this what the rest of my life would be? When I was thinking about marriage, this is not what I dreamt of. And I was like, when I marry, what this is like. Omotola said, it feels like for you, marriage feels like what I ordered versus what I got. Is there anybody that is experiencing that kind of marriage? What I ordered versus what I got. You're like, what is this? When I was wearing wedding gown, when I was jumping, when I was doing engagement, doing, oh, well, that is very frustrating. I'm like, oh my God. Hey, like, oh, my wedding day. This is not how I thought it would end. This cannot be the rest of my life. Joyce said yes. So now I don't know if you've met me before. Who has met me before? Who's meeting me for the first time? If you've met me before, you're meeting me for the first time, I'm Dr. Dobra TIMI-WOOD. I'm a lecturer. So for the way I teach, you'd have known that, okay, this is not just coaching, this is academic lecturing. I'm a lecturer of journalism and media studies. I'm a practicing journalist. I'm a holistic success coach for women. I'm the author of the award-winning book, Mastering This Thing Called Marriage. It's an amazing, amazing book. You should have it. It will change your life. I'm the convener of the Resourceful Woman Conference. Oh, Joy says the first time meeting me. Francisca, awesome. First time meeting me. Great to meet you. I'm the founder of Greenwood Healthy Food. I'm the host of the Resourceful Woman Show on People's FM. And I'm a mentor passionate about helping women thrive in money, marriage, mindset, and motherhood. I'm all about helping women because I've discovered in life that when a woman is unhappy in her marriage, it negatively impacts areas of her life. It negatively impacts lots and lots of areas of her life. But when you see a woman that is happy, when you see a woman that is thriving in her marriage, she is happy. She doesn't even need to have the whole world. She's just happy in her marriage. You start having clarity. Sometimes the things you see you are stuck on, I don't know what to do. I'm having mental block. It's because you're not happy. You are sad inside. So there's no way the brain can think. So that unhappiness in your marriage is killing you. It's like poison to your soul. Now, for those meeting me for the first time, I want to show you some of the messages I wake up to. This is someone that sent me a message. She attended one of my classes and she says, your class has been pivotal in restoring my marriage to even a better place than before, which I can never take for granted. This person tells me, oh, good morning. And you can see what's written there. For her, she and her husband had been separated for 2 years as at the time she sent me a message and signed up for my coaching. This other person talks about a mini session I had with her and how it changed her perspective. This other person says that her husband, actually, this person is very interesting because she and her husband were already in court for divorce. They were already in court by the time somebody told her to work with me. And she said she was just giving it the last chance. And in fact, when we started working, what she said to me, she's a Ghanaian. And what she said to me was like, if it doesn't work, it's fine. I've worked with other coaches, nothing came out. But my friend just kept saying, I should try, I should try. So I just trying for the last time. And as at that time, they were in court and her husband has already relocated. But today, marriage restored, they are kicking together beautifully. And these are some of the results I've gotten by helping women to enjoy bliss in their marriage. I hope that when next I'm having a session, I'll be able to share a message from you because your marriage has been revived, your marriage has been restored, and you're enjoying bliss. Now, let's tell ourselves some truths. These are truths we don't tell each other. These are truths that we don't even tell ourselves. A lot of times we lie to each other as women. Most times as wife, we've been trained for responsibility, not for relational power. What did they tell you when you wanted to get married? Who can share some of the things they told you? Some of the advice your mother or your aunties, the people you respect. What advice did they give you when you wanted to get married as a single girl? You must take care of your husband, though. Make sure your home is clean. Make sure you respect your husband. Don't make him angry. Oh. As long as you do everything your husband wants you to do, you would enjoy peace in that home. True or false? I've told people I'm a lecturer, so I like, when I ask questions, I get answers. That's the way I know that we're in it together, right? True or false? Says true, true. So you see that women are just naturally taught. Somebody says marriage is about endurance. That's what they told her. My radio show today, someone called, in fact, a man called and said, women do not realize that marriage is about sacrifice. If they understand marriage is about sacrifice, all this problem in marriage will reduce. So you see, even men are taught that you want to marry somebody that will come and take care of you. So the woman is taught, support your husband, sacrifice, accommodate his excesses. So no man is perfect, oh, no man is perfect. Who has not heard that one before? No man is perfect. Just be his peace. If you are his peace, everything will go on well. But women have been taught that for centuries, and yet marriage keeps breaking. Yet women keep feeling devastated. Women feel like strangers in their own skin. The truth of the matter is that women are not taught the dynamics of marriage, how marriage really works. And do you know what has happened? Few women that have been able to understand these dynamics, what they do is that they keep their mouth shut. At best, they tell their children, but they don't explain it to anybody. And somebody will like, you are lucky, oh. What are you doing that you're enjoying marriage? The person will say, it's God, though. It's God, though. Nobody's explaining. And a lot of women are going into depression. A lot of people are so disappointed. And the women just keep like, okay, let me try. Let me try. Let me try. So you become the responsible wife. The one who is managing the tension in the home. If everywhere is tense, it becomes your duty to make everywhere calm, even if you're not the one that caused the tension. When there's disappointment, you are the one that sucks it in. Like, he has tried, and what will I do? You're the one that makes sure everybody is comfortable. You don't take time to ask yourself, are you comfortable? True or false? I want to make sure I'm speaking to the right women. I'm not just talking to women who like, this is nice to have. I want women that at the end of this session, it will change your life. It will change your life. You'll be so grateful that you joined. I mean, I'm such a busy person. I am such a busy person. So if I take out time to teach, I'm not teaching to entertain you. I'm not teaching to let it be that I host a master class. I'm teaching because I know that there's somebody whose life needs to change. There's somebody whose children need to experience joy. There's somebody whose children need to see that their mother is such a powerhouse. Because the more you are dying slowly, the more you're dying slowly, the more your children are looking at this. See, we have a generation that will not like marriage. Oh. We have a pandemic in our hand. We have a generation that will say they don't want to get married. In fact, we started having it now, true or false? There are people that say they don't want to have married. No, I don't want to have children. I don't want to get married. You ask them why. I didn't see my parents enjoying marriage. And please, why am I doing it? I can take care of myself. Because slowly, Joy says, I'm not comfortable right now. In fact, I'm drained. I've almost lost, I'm lost already. So this is what happens when you continue like that, when you become a responsible woman who is checking the emotions of everybody, you start eroding. It's like you're fading away. Just what Joy is describing, you're fading away. Your inner life is going slowly. And I'm so excited that there are women who understands what I'm saying. So I know who remembers the questions I asked you when you signed up. I asked you some questions, A, B, C, D, and some of you were picking. Who remembers, who remembers those questions? I need to mute somebody. Oh my God. We will have to mute. Who remembers those questions I asked? When I told you when you come to this webinar, you're going to learn the answers is because I need to show you why you are feeling that way. So now, do you understand? The reason you're feeling that way is that you only know how to support, sacrifice, make everything comfortable, swallow it in. So the reason you are feeling that way, you're feeling emotionally drained, you're feeling like the whole marriage is on top of your head, you don't feel appreciated. The reason is because something in you is fading away, something is dying. You've lost your essence, your fire is going. That is why you're feeling that way. And let me tell you, that is a danger sign. It's as though you're going to somewhere, you now start doing pom, 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 pom. What does that mean? If you're driving and you see your car, there's this alarm coming up and you're seeing red, you know it is danger. The reason you're feeling that way, whether it's A, B, C, or D you chose, whichever you chose, because a lot of you sent me emails, and I'm so grateful for that. You sent me emails telling me how you feel. The reason you're feeling that way is because he's saying, this is danger. This is danger. Do something. Do something. You cannot continue like that. Now you're like, but Dr. TIMI-WOOD, I'm a good wife. Oh. I'm really a good wife. You don't understand. This thing shouldn't happen to me. Even my friends that are not good wives are enjoying their marriage. This thing shouldn't happen to me. I want to tell you why, even though you're a good wife, why you are struggling in marriage. I'll give you 3 reasons. First, you keep reacting instead of responding because you are broken inside, because you are uneasy inside, because you're slowly, quietly dying inside. All is not well within you emotionally. So you don't respond to things, you just react. And here's why you react. You don't know your triggers. You don't know the things that trigger you. If I give you an assignment now and say, sit down, write the top 5 things that trigger you, you don't know. You don't understand your emotional patterns. A while ago, many years ago, I decided within myself that I can't stand lazy people, lukewarm people. Because I'm a very hardworking person. I think some members of my staff would be here and they can attest to that. So when somebody is not producing results, when you are lukewarm, it irritates me. So what do? Whenever I'm employing, I ensure that I don't employ somebody that is lukewarm. I can't stand people that are very disrespectful. So I have an employment strategy. When I employ, you have a 2 weeks or 3 weeks probation period. Within that period, I've been able to gauge your temperament, gauge your working skills, gauge if I can work with you. And you would agree to the probation. If not, okay, don't come. It is after 3 weeks that I will now give you assessment if you work or not. Because I understand my triggers. I understand my emotional patterns. I understand things I react to. It is also in marriage. You know that you cannot stand being broke. Being broke annoys you. You go and marry somebody that is not hardworking. And you're like, his love will work hard. Then suddenly you discover that when he's not providing as much as you want, you start getting angry. You start getting pissed. It makes your skin want to like peel. You don't know your triggers. You don't know your emotional patterns. For you to enjoy bliss in your marriage, you must first know you. Know yourself. Can somebody put know yourself in the comment section? Know yourself. Another reason why you're struggling in your marriage is that you keep expecting your husband to give what he cannot give. Some people, you want your husband to pamper you. You want your husband to apologize. You want your husband to be giving you good treats. But the husband we're talking about does not even know how to do this kind of thing. He does not even know how to do it. From head to toe, he does not know how to do it. You don't even know the kind of things your husband can do and the kind of things your husband cannot do. Your husband grew up in a home where probably his father was beating his mother. His uncles were beating their wives. So that is how he has seen marriage. And you're expecting him suddenly to be a saint? You see a man that grew up in a home where maybe it's his mother that was feeding the home. His father was just reacting, relaxing. And you suddenly say, why is he not doing this for me? He cannot give it to you. For you to enjoy your marriage, you must understand your husband's behavior. Understand it. See, there are some things he cannot do. A lot of people like, he doesn't just want to do it. No, he cannot do it. He doesn't know how to do it. He doesn't have the skill set to do it. He doesn't have the mental bandwidth to do it. Some, you don't even know your husband's limitation. The way this man is embarrassing me, and anytime I tell him, let's go out, this is how he dresses. But you see that it's not fashionable. Where were you expecting the magic to come from? Please, do you understand what I'm saying? Ladies, I need to be sure that you understand what I'm saying. Do you understand what I am saying? so that you don't go and give yourself high blood pressure. You don't, awesome, I'm seeing your responses. You don't go and kill yourself. Like, I'm expecting my husband to do this. Husband has not done it for himself. Somebody that has not done it for himself. Somebody that has not saved himself, you expect him to save you. Before Jesus Christ saved us, he resurrected. He knows how to do it. We like deceiving ourselves as women. That is one of our biggest problems. So first, I say know yourself. The next one is know your husband. Please put it in the comment section. Know your husband. Know his behavioral pattern. Know his triggers. Know his emotional patterns. Know his limitations. Know what to expect from him. There are things you shouldn't bother expecting from him. No, I tell people, I say, know your husband like the back of your hand. Somebody say, oh, the thing has passed. If not, I would have read the statement. Know your husband. First, you know yourself. The first thing to know is not your husband. The first thing is to know yourself. Know yourself. Then the next thing, know your husband. Then the third thing, have a strategy. Please, who here has a strategy for a marriage? Thank you, Joy. Joy says you're saying the truth. Who here has a strategy for a marriage? Indicates you are navigating your marriage emotionally, not intentionally. That is why you're stuck. When you gained admission, didn't you have a strategy on how you will graduate? Some of you, maybe you were not very brainy in school, but you now have someone friend that likes reading. Your strategy was so that both of you will be friends. So that anyhow, when they finish teaching, if you don't understand, you can say, what if he wants sex to do anything? So you now know him. You know that he will do anything. Most people do not have a strategy. I see that people are saying, I don't have. You must have a strategy. Everything we want to do in life, we have a strategy. You want to lose weight, you have a strategy. True or false? You want to lose weight, you have a strategy. You like, oh, I want to relocate, you have a strategy. See, there are people today that coming for this masterclass was not easy for you. Who is there? Who can confirm? As a mom, maybe you have very young children, maybe you have toddlers. And for you to concentrate on this masterclass may really not have been easy for you. But you just told yourself that, you know what, I'm going to make them sleep early. I'll make sure they eat quick. If they are the ones that are already in a primary school, they will do their assignments quick. They will eat quick so that nobody disturbs me. Some of you, your strategy might have been, you know what, I will allow them watch. Joy says, see me here. Or another person says, see me here, I'm the one. So like, you know what, I will allow them watch television between this 8 p.m. so that nobody will disturb me. Please, you have a strategy, right? Everything you want to do, you have a strategy. So please tell me, why is it that in your marriage, you don't have a strategy? I need you to know that endurance is not the same thing as wisdom. Hope is not a strategy. There's somebody on Saturday that says she's hoping a marriage. See, hope is not a strategy. Prayer alone is not a strategy. I'm just praying. And prayer is good. Prayer is good. But prayer alone is not a strategy. And you know what? I will just try. I will just do more. Anything he says he wants, I will say yes. I will just say yes. That is not a strategy. Who has tried that one before and it did not work? And exactly be that women here tell you it will not work. See, I don't have strength to quarrel with this man. Anything he says I will do, I will just do it. As long as he says, let me do it, I will do it. As long as Victoria says, we're not trained to have strategic plans in marriage. Exactly. Anything he says, let me do, I will do it. You will do it like that. It still will not work. Because understanding is more powerful than effort. If effort is what makes results, that means the man that is in the village or in the market pushing the barrow, who knows that? Those people that push those loads. If effort was what brings result, that means that man would have been a billionaire because he puts in the effort. But it is somebody that wears a suit, that is in a corner office, that is making all the money. So understanding, having strategy is more important. Because I need you to know, and this is the truth you must know. Marriage is not just marriage. So for the person that is thinking that doing more is a strategy, Rosemary has an answer for you. Rosemary says, the more you do, the more it appears that you are not even trying at all. So you now see that doing more is not a strategy. Putting more effort is not a strategy. In case somebody is like, that's what I would do. See, I just give myself 6 months. I'm just going to anything he says, yes. My darling, it is not a strategy. There's something I need you to know. I've told you lots of things that you should go home with. First, know yourself. Know your husband. Have a strategy. Who remembers the 3? Know yourself. I broke it down. Know your husband. I broke it down. Have a strategy. Because here's why it is very important. See, your marriage and the next woman's marriage is not the same thing. People keep saying it. And people just say it in a way of like, you cannot compare marriages, so it's not the same thing. See why it is not the same thing. It is not the same thing because our marriages are shaped by our personality. You might marry a quiet man. The other person might marry somebody that likes talking or a social person. And our personality, our patterns, our upbringing, our childhood conditioning, there are people that are growing up, they did not see any good thing in marriage. So even if the man wants to marry, even if he wants to try, he would have to go and unlearn the trauma he has gotten. There are people that do not know how to communicate. There are people that are very emotional, very argumentative, very judgmental. So you must have a strategy. What is my husband's personality? What is my own personality? What am I conditioning? Did I believe that marriage is Cinderella? Do I know how to communicate? How do I communicate? What triggers me? What triggers my husband? This is not the one you just sit down and just be motivated that, know myself, know my husband, have a strategy. Bam. We'll enjoy bliss in this marriage. My darling, if all you need was motivation, what I've told you will be enough. If what you need is ginger, who wanted ginger? Who wanted to come today for me to ginger you? Let me just go and listen to her. Let her ginger me. Let her just ginger me. Just talk to my spirit. Talk to the queen in me. Talk to the king in me. Who is the person looking for that? If that is all you needed, then I will tell you good night. Have a good night's sleep. But what you need is structure. What you need is a strategy. What you need is a plan, an executable plan, a clear way to understand your marriage, to understand yourself, to understand your husband, to understand how you respond, how you react. Understand, see, a clear strategy to design your life. Please, can somebody write it out? You need a clear strategy to design the kind of life you want. How you can be happy. Because the truth is, what will make Rosemary happy is not what will make Joy happy. True or false? True or false, ladies? Because a lot of us, we think happiness is universal. No. Joy said true. It is not. The very thing that could irritate you, that is what will make another person, can make Francisca so happy, and Francisca will be jumping. Do you understand? I understand. I'm grateful that you understand. And let me tell you, for those that would want this strategy, I'd implore you to join the Blissful Marriage Blueprint program. Blissful Marriage Blueprint program is a program I started a couple of years ago. And it is a complete system to ensure that you enjoy your marriage without losing yourself, even if your husband doesn't change. What I've discovered over the years is that most women build their marriage, their joy based on if my husband changes. No. Even if your husband doesn't change, even if he becomes worse, this program teaches you how to enjoy your marriage, how to live a full life. Because you're a complete human being created by God. I don't understand where women learned that their life is not enough, that you carry your life and sacrifice it. The Blissful Marriage Blueprint is a step-by-step framework that equips you to be a wise wife. Who remembers the first question I asked? Who was here from the very beginning? When I asked you the kind of wife Who remembers when I talked about the kind of wife that enjoys bliss in a marriage? I say it's not the good wife. It's not the bad wife. It is the wise wife. If you're a Christian, you will see that the Bible tells us about wisdom. Wisdom changes your life. It is the wise wife. I teach you how to be a wise wife. A wife who designs a marriage for a lifetime of bliss. A wife whose marriage is not shaken by the turbulence of life, because turbulence will come. A lot of times we prepare for a life of turbulence will not come. That is why there's problem, because if you had a strategy, see, somebody that plans that, I want to build a house. He doesn't think about flood. Good land, built the house, beautiful house. And another person that built the house, the person thought about flood. The flood will come. This is the channel. This is the canal that will take water out. Which of them would you call wise? Let me see it in the comment section. It's just about the Bible telling us about the wise man that built his house on the rock and the one that built his house on the sand. I hope you know they both built houses. As at when they were building houses, people were congratulating both of them. Both of them built fine houses. So they are house owners, they are landlords. Or in your case, landladies. So don't think that the foolish one built fine house. But when the storm of life came, that is when you know the difference between the foolish and the wise one. So for you to enjoy bliss in your life, you have to be a wise wife. And this is what I do. It's an 8 weeks program. And I begin by mental preparation. I teach you how to mentally prepare. Because how can you be wise without having it from your head? And the next thing, I teach you how to structure your marriage for bliss. Because a marriage that is not structured for bliss cannot enjoy bliss. Bliss doesn't just happen. So you structure it. Your marriage must have the structure for bliss. It's as though I want to now go and contest for Miss World. The organizers will look at me like, from where to where? How? What are you looking for? But I'm a human being. I'm a woman. Why are you looking at me? Why are you not accepting me? They're saying, yes, you're a human being. You are beautiful. But you don't have the structure for Miss World. So even if you're a woman, even if you're beautiful, even if maybe they say the age is 17 or 18, even if you have all that criteria, if you do not have the structure, nobody will take you. One of the reasons why you're not enjoying bliss is because your marriage is not structured for bliss. It is structured for enduring, for managing. You need to structure your marriage for bliss. And in structuring your marriage, you need to understand the dynamics of how to communicate. A lot of people don't know how to communicate. They think communication is talking. Communication is not talking. Then you master lasting emotional intimacy. Some people, their intimacy is as if it is Nigeria's electricity to come and go, or Nigeria's fuel price. Apologies to all of us Nigerians, because we have non-Nigerians here, I know. But let's tell ourselves the truth. Abi, we want to light ourselves. It's like it's our fuel price. It comes up, goes down, it's shaking. Then one of a core model in this course is when I taught about balancing individuality and teamwork. A lot of women do not know how to balance individuality and teamwork. We are married, we have turned twins. Everything is together. You don't have a life of your own. There's nothing to you. Everything, we are together. Have you noticed that men, even though they are married, they have their life? True or false? Where's my chat? Somebody write something on the chat so I can see my chat. Oh my God. I think I've, let me see my charts. I'm not seeing it. Yes, men have their lives. In fact, a few days ago, a few weeks ago, I was invited by a company to come speak to their women on International Women's Day. And I was telling the women, I say, see, men have their lives. A man can decide to tell his wife that, you know, for the next 6 months, I just want to focus on my job because I'm looking for this promotion. And the woman will say, okay, she'll take charge of the family. Let him focus. But a woman says that next year she's an irresponsible woman. So you see, for you to excel, you must Structure that you must balance individuality and teamwork. And one thing about us as women is that we go through stress. Please, is there any wife here that has not gone through stress? That marriage has not stressed you? Anybody? I want to see. We go through marital stress. We go through marital weight. We go through marital weight, marital responsibilities. So you must learn how to carry it so that it doesn't kill you. You see a young girl got married, few years, she's looking old because marital stress wants to destroy her. Children, husband, work, education, everything, one woman. In fact, today, I felt so bad. If not that I've already, planned this masterclass, I would have canceled it because I saw a young lady that I know. I saw her husband putting her picture and saying, till we meet again. I felt so bad. I said, Jesus, she has lost her life. Another thing I teach is marital adaptability and flexibility. Because your marriage is not iron. It is not iron. It is flexible. Remember, a wise wife designs her marriage. She designs it. It's not like this one way. She designs her marriage, so it's flexible. Then I also show you how to ensure that you enjoy bliss for a lifetime. These are some of my clients in the Blissful Marriage program, and I wake up to these messages and it excites me. This person, I was feeling somehow for some days, really did not know what it was. Then I just realized we have not argued or quarreled for more than a week. Hey, I just called my husband to know if he's aware. He was surprised. Thank you, ma. Since we married, I don't think we've had to stay this long without one argument or the other, or quarrels. This is Bimbo from Newcastle. This is Peculiar. Peculiar says the husband just paid for family vacation. They're behaving like teenagers. Tolu says, I'm writing to let you know that enrolling for BNB is one of the best investments I've made in my marriage. BNB is changing and transforming me to a better version of myself, a resourceful wife, lover, and mother. She says, I see things from a different perspective. It's just a beautiful write-up. This is Tonye. Says, Tonye was calling me and she says, was calling for two reasons. First, to thank you. Okay, I've come to realize that when it comes to emotional bank is a challenge I give the women in the Blissful Marriage Blueprint program, right? So one thing I need you to know that it is not just a program. I've included everything you need so that you're not stuck. A lot of times I discover that when women try to learn things, they just learn half and half. You learn pinch. You go and learn how to braid. They teach you how to do weaving. Then the day you come and say, oh, I want to learn how to do twisting, they'll say that's another money. No. The Blissful Marriage Blueprint program is an entire system that is complete. Not only do we have these models I've spoken to you about, we also have bonuses. And our bonuses are tiered. So let me tell you about the bonuses, right? So I have bonuses in 3 tiers. The first action bonus. This is for people that will join the program within 24 hours. What happens is that people that join within 24 hours would have a one-on-one clarity session with me. Now, this on its own is 150,000 for somebody that doesn't come through. You come through any other social media platform and just come and like, oh, I want to book a session with you, is 150,000 naira. But for everybody that signs up for the Blissful Marriage Blueprint program, to get that free. Another thing is unmuted. I don't know, is there anybody that has experienced my unmuted course here? Because unmuted is changing lives. I literally wake up to messages from women thanking me for this program. It is 21 days of showing you how to reclaim your voice, reclaim your worth, reclaim your wholeness. It is for women that have lost themselves in their marriage. They are strangers to themselves. If you are that kind of woman, Unmuted is for you. And when you join BNB, Unmuted is a separate course on its own. For those that have done Unmuted, they know it has nothing to like. But what we've done with BNB is that we've made it a very complete package. So when you go through BNB, you're not going to look for any other thing to learn. It is complete. Now, can we talk about marriage without talking about sex? Is it possible? Is it possible? Can we talk about marriage? Rosemary says stress is my middle name. I'm sorry, I was not seeing the I was not seeing the comments. I just had to look for them to see it. Right. Can we talk about marriage without talking about sex? And one of the amazing things why you need to experience this bonus is that sex is not taught in the animalistic way people do it. It's like this, raise your head, bend your neck. No, no, no. It is taught to empower you as a woman, to understand yourself, understand your body. Now, another bonus we have, this is our transformative change bonus. This is structure your marriage for bliss. This is for couples. So when you join BNB, you would introduce this to your husband. You and your husband can do it together. Now, what is important in this one is that it teaches you what you will not learn anywhere. It teaches you how to have your family covenant, how to have your family vision. It talks about your finances. It talks about your family goals, your family values. So you are creating your family constitution. Remember, what did I say about a wise woman? Who can remember what I said about a wise woman, a wise wife? Let me be sure that you people are following me. What did I say about a wise wife? A wise wife designs a marriage because marriage is flexible and not rigid. A wise wife designs a marriage. I love how you put it there. Do you understand? So it shows you how to create your marriage constitution, what works. Then, of course, you get a copy of my book, Mastering This Thing Called Marriage. This book is the best gift you can give to yourself. See, whether you join BNB or not, you see this book, ensure that you get it. Mastering This Thing Called Marriage. We have the soft copy, we have the hard copy. It tells you timeless truths, daily habits, and it shows you lasting skills to have a flourishing marriage. Not only that, you also get, is your marriage blissful? Because a lot of times people will say, see, coach, I don't even know if we're happy in this marriage, maybe we are not happy. I remember an amazing, beautiful client I have. She said, coach, if you see the way my husband is praising me in front of people, I'm wondering, is he the man I'm married to? Me that I'm struggling in that marriage. And he's so happy in the marriage. What this quiz does is that it shows you if your marriage is blissful. Now, for everybody that joins BNB, which is the Blissful Marriage Living Program, you have 1 year full access. The reason I'm giving 1 year full access is that I understand that as women, as wives, as mothers, we are busy. So there's no pressure. You learn at your pace. You belong to a community. You enjoy it. Most importantly, because this is not just a course and this is a program, you get a completion certificate. You have a certificate that makes everybody know that you are schooled in marriage. You've done baba when it comes to marriage. You understand it. And here's what I need you to know. You're not just getting a course. You're getting clarity. You're getting structure. You're getting guidance. You're getting support. Everything you need has been missing. Now, at this point, you might be wondering, how much would a program like this cost? Who wants to guess? Who wants to guess? How much? Because this is an entire program. But here's what I need you to know. The cost is not even a problem. What you should be asking yourself is, what is the cost of not joining BNB? What is the cost of saying the same? I'll tell you the cost. Another year of confusion or another years of confusion. Being emotionally exhausted, overthinking, being silently frustrating, and the possible breakdown of your marriage. Or even worse, you might be thinking, what is worse than breakdown of marriage? Breakdown of your health. There are women that have stayed in unhappy marriages and it destroyed them from inside. There are lots of women dying not because they are sick, but because in sick, the Bible says a merry heart doeth good like medicine. Now, to join BNB is 250,000 naira only. And you have all the amazing benefits I've said. But for those on this webinar, okay, so I still had a slide of what my client said. This is Nana. Oh, Nana, I know I told you earlier on in the webinar that I had a client where they were separated and she's sending me a message. She said, I'm in shock. You know, after I did as you advised and sending messages, He did not respond. I was even bothered as I was driving. I got home and he was smiling, waiting for me. She and her husband. This person spoke about my beautiful coach. I'm super ready for 2024. Thank you so much for the Blissful Married Blueprint. So she did BNB in 2023. It has really changed. This is Idara. Idara is such an amazing person. This is Rosemary from United Kingdom. She says she and her husband went away to reflect on this year and plan the coming year. We're excited. So she did BNB in 2023. I've had amazing, amazing clients that are more like family to me at this point. And what is interesting is the fact that when most of these women came to me, they came when they were broken. They came when they were hurt. They came when they felt like their marriage is over. There's nothing else that can be done about the marriage. And they joined BNB and they were shocked the transformation they experienced. Now, one of the things I value is being decisive and committed. I mean, earlier on, I think, was it this masterclass, I said that working with lazy people, I mean, it's tiring for me. I like people that are decisive, people that know what they want. Now, to reward decision, if you're joining within the next 24 hours, you get to join at 200,000 naira only. That is for those joining within the next 24 hours. I should have a member of staff that would put the payment link in the, what do they call it? In the comment section. Do I have somebody here amongst my staff that can put it in the comment section so you can get it? What that link does is that it doesn't matter whatever part of the world you're in, you can join. Okay, so somebody's there. She says she's there, so she can put it, right? So where am I? Now, these are the payment details. For those that are in Nigeria and you want to pay via transfer, that's the account details. Now, for those that would want to contact me, you're like, oh, I think I have a question. I think this is my contact detail via WhatsApp. This is my contact detail via WhatsApp. I always like putting it out so that people can see it and contact me. Now, there are people, because, I mean, you saw that I was having clients since 2023 and all that. So I understand. I've had clients that will send me a message and say, Coach, I really want to join. I need BNB in my life. I really, really want to join. Please, but I cannot pay the fast action bonus now. How can you help me? What we've done with the structure of our course is that we've now included a 2 times payment, just so that you can spread your payment, so just so that you don't get stuck. For those that want to join, you can start with 140,000 naira. I made sure that we don't stay too long. So the question is not the price, like I said earlier. It's never about the price. It is never about the price. It is about how much you want that life. Are you ready to stop feeling the way you're feeling? Are you ready to stop feeling unhappy? Are you ready to stop feeling sorry for yourself? Are you ready to stop doubting yourself? Are you ready to stop hating yourself? Are you ready to stop regretting your decision to marry? Are you tired of sighing? Are you tired of living life like a lie? Are you tired of living the life where whenever you're out of your house, that is when you're happy? Anytime you come to your house, you are sad. Just being in your house makes you sad. Just seeing your husband spoils your mood. You might just be doing something and you just hear his car on and you're like, oh, your spirit is down. You're wondering, will this be the rest of my life? It will if you don't take an action, but it won't if you take an action and join BNB. You've tried doing it your way, and you've just been going around in circles. It didn't work. It's just like the children of Israel. That a journey of 11 days, they used 40 years just going around in circle because they didn't have a strategy. There was no strategy. It is time for you to do your marriage with clarity, structure, and guidance, because you deserve it. Your future deserves it. These are some other amazing women of BNB. This is Margaret. Margaret is a Ghanaian. Margaret says, BNB has improved my communication skill in my marriage, increased my happiness, and I'm enjoying bliss in my marriage. Sunita says, in fact, I used to have a lot of Ghanaians and South Africans and Kenyans, a lot. Nigerians, of course. Sunita says, in fact, I call her Sonita. Sonita says, BNB got me back on track to be the woman that I truly wanted to be. I now know that I am deserving of being loved. I found my voice again in my marriage. I discovered that I am stronger than I thought. I am getting healed of my past traumas. This is such an amazing client of mine. Miriam says, I believe that BNB was specially curated for me. I have learned many things that I wish I had learned earlier. The models equip you to be a great wife, mother, and in your career. This is beauty. She says BNB was an eye-opener. The weekly task has helped her in the area of bonding and transparency. She says she has gained so much from our Sunday sessions and much more from learning from the models. Tombra is in the Netherlands. She says, overall, the teaching of BNB has provided me with valuable insights, tools, and strategy for enhancing understanding and promoting lasting bliss in my marriage. Fit to me says BNB has been amazing. That's how she described it. She says, Dr. Dobra takes you through the step-by-step process of enjoying bliss in your marriage. This step-by-step guides you to create a blissful marriage for you and your spouse. So, who knows the answer to this question? In the course of our session, I taught you the answer, but I want to make sure that you know it. So who is ready to answer? Who is ready to answer? The links are there. Please copy, click, and register. You have just 24 hours if you would like to take the fast action bonus. Who wants to answer? Can you see your screen, please? Confirm that you can see. Who wants to answer? Who wants to tell us? Who wants to tell us the answer? What kind of wife actually creates a happy marriage? If we say it's not the good wife, it's not the bad wife. So what kind of wife? Oh my God, I think my Zoom got... Who wants to answer? Somebody wants to answer me? What kind of wife, please? Okay, somebody has answered. The wise woman. The wise wife. The wise wife. Yes, the wise wife. It is the wise wife. It is not the wife that is emotional. It's not the wife that is doing lovey-dovey. It's not the wife that is doing sacrificial. It's not the wife that is like, oh, I'm a good wife. I'm such a nice wife. Is this, I'm seeing Fafa's iPhone. Is this my Fafa in Ghana? I don't know if it's Fafa, but I think, is it Fafa? Have you done unmuted? Because I was telling them about unmuted, because unmuted is one of the bonuses I'm giving. I don't know if it's you. Hi, Fafa. Yes, Fafa in Ghana. My Fafa. Oh, yes, you did unmuted. Awesome. Awesome. Great. 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 I was telling them. I was telling them about unmuted. Unmuted is a game changer. It just changes your life, right? So it's the wise wife. A lot of times women are taught, be a good wife, be a good woman. But being a good wife is not enough. Because a good wife is just reactionary. Whatever comes is what you take. You just go through life like that. But the difference is that a wise wife designs her life and her marriage. The wise wife designs her life and her marriage. The Bible tells us that in all you're getting, get wisdom. I'm a Christian. So whatever I teach, at the core of it, my faith serves as a pinnacle. In all you do, get wisdom. There is nothing you can do on earth to excel if you're not wise. You've not brought wisdom into the charts in your marriage. You've just been doing marriage by being sacrificial, by being emotional, by just doing tumbu. It doesn't work. The fact that you're in this masterclass means that you already know that it does not work. So I don't even need to convince you. You already know it doesn't work. You need to learn the strategy of being a wise wife. It's a complete 360 reorientation. It changes your mind. It changes you. It changes you. I kid you not. The things that make other people be running pillar to post, you just chill and be watching. You are gallant because you are the one designing the life. It's just like the the person that directs the play, I mean the script, you got the script in the movie, the director is directing. Is the person that knows that after 3 scenes, they will shoot you and you will die. So if by scene 2, you are doing, I'm the lead, this movie is all about me, the director will not answer. Why is the director answering you? When the director knows that by scene 3, take 3, they will shoot you. That's what is reflected in the script. Because it is being designed. Are you designing your marriage? Or you are just allowing life happen to you? I promised you I'll do my best to make sure that we don't spend so much time. So thank you. Now, if you have any questions, you can go ahead to ask me questions. But before that, please kindly follow me on social media. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn is at Dr. Deborah TIMI-WOOD. The beauty of following me is that every day you get to learn tips, strategies that would help you. Now, will they be enough to give you curated? No, because the truth is that in BNB, what you're learning is localized. What you're learning is customized for you and your marriage. You know how to get this strategy and customize it for yourself. Are we together? Please, can you hear me? Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I'm super grateful. Naomi, Sandra, Fafa, Joy. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with me. I am beyond grateful. Today has been a very, very fulfilling day. In fact, I was telling myself, oh my God, why did I put this masterclass today? Are you sure? Are you sure? But I'm so grateful to God. Yeah? Any questions? Any questions, please? I want to last.
Hello.
Thank you. Yes, hello.
Ma, thank you for the class and the call that you are going through. I'm so happy joining it because I've been going through a lot. And I was going through Facebook that I saw it and I've joined. So, but it's just that I joined late. So
Oh,
I didn't get some of the teachings.
okay. I'll
But I
do
want
my
to
best. I'll do my best to ensure that members of my team get the replay. As a rule, I don't like giving out replay because I mean people pay to listen to me teach. So I'm
okay.
a firm believer that when I'm doing things free, that people should show up. But I also know that life happens, right?
Mm.
I know that life happens. So because of that, members of my
Ma, but
team
I have
will
a question
ensure.
to ask.
Yes, please.
It has been stressful because as I've been in my marriage for 7 years now, and I have 2 children.
Okay.
But all
Just
started
hold on. Hold on.
almost.
Hold on, please. Let me put off the recording so we could have, so that it doesn't make it very long for those that want to listen, that would listen to the replay.